Guys, welcome to Grammar and Writing Lesson 46. All right, I really need you to pay very close attention during this lesson because your homework sheet for grammar is incorrect this week. So pay careful attention so that you know what you need to do for grammar. All right, let's start with your vocabulary. First word is conflict. Conflict. So what is conflict? That is the problems and complications of a story. We're going to be going through, again, story vocabulary in today's vocabulary lesson. So conflict would be the problems and complications of a story. For example, the conflict in the novel involved the main character's rejection, remorse, and revenge. So the problems that the character had to go through. Falling action. Falling action. Now, no, this does not mean that the character falls down. What does this mean? It means that this is what occurs after the high point or climax in the story. So it's what happens, what goes on after the biggest, most important part of the story, everything that comes after that. For example, once the hero conquers the villain, the remaining part of the story is the falling action. So once that conflict has been resolved, then we've got the falling action. It's kind of the wrap up of the story. Exaggeration. This is stretching the truth, used by writers for effectiveness. There's another word that's also used for exaggeration. That would be hyperbole. So hyperbole is a form of exaggeration, stretching the truth. This is just used by writers for effectiveness. Exaggeration in normal everyday life, when it's not clear you're exaggerating, is not good. But when you're just exaggerating to make a point, to add some emphasis, that's fine. So the author used exaggeration when describing his memorable characters. It makes it more memorable when you exaggerate, because you're able to think about how crazy that would be if that were actually true. And the last one is description. This is the use of words to draw a clear picture of a person, place, or thing. We've been talking a lot about description with your descriptive essay, your character sketch that you're going to be doing. For example, Charles Dickens is famous for his character descriptions. So his character sketches within his novels, people are quite fond of. He does a really good job. He's very detailed. Okay, let's practice. Fill in the blank with the correct vocabulary word. Number 1, the action that follows the climactic capture of Injun Joe in the adventures of Tom Sawyer is called the what? Number 2, Paul Bunyan's size is an example of what? In case you're unfamiliar with Paul Bunyan, he's a fictional folk character, and it said that he was very, very, very tall and big. Number 3, the following is Charles Dickens' character blank. Whom now I saw to be a brown, corrugated old woman, with a small face that might have been made of walnut shells, and a large mouth like a cat's, without the and a large mouth like a cat's without the whiskers. What is that? And number 4, Tom Sawyer's negative response to Aunt Polly's upbringing is an example of All right, let's look at number 1. If you have not finished filling in the blanks, make sure you pause your video before we continue. Number 1, this is the falling action. So everything after the climax, the falling action. Number 2 is exaggeration, because he's not that, you couldn't be as big as he's described to be, a real person wouldn't actually be that big, so it's exaggeration. Number 3, this is a character description. And number 4, this is conflict. So it's the problems that Tom Sawyer faces is his response to how his Aunt Polly raises him. Okay, so let's talk about what you need. So remember last week I introduced your brainstorm to you, and that's what you were supposed to have done on Friday. You needed to do your brainstorm. Then we talked through your thesis statement, and that's for your essay. You'll be describing many different aspects of one person. What is the main impression you want your reader to receive concerning this person? So using that idea, that main impression, will be your thesis statement. So your thesis statement will sum up that which is most important. So you need to create a thesis statement for your character that you're describing. So the practice that you need to do, and this is going to be your assignment for today. Again, this is different from what's on your homework sheet. And at the end of this lesson, I'll have a homework slide so you can use that to change your homework sheet so you have exactly what you're supposed to do. For your descriptive essay, write a thesis statement and 3 or more topic sentences about the person you wish to describe. Remember, you did your clusters for your brainstorm, so you should have had at least 3 clusters. So using those, you can come up with 3 topic sentences. That's the first sentence of each of your paragraphs that you're going to have. Your paper is going to have 5 paragraphs at least, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But 3 of those paragraphs will be describing, one, the physical characteristics, one, the actions, how they affect others, and another one like just what their character is like. Okay? So you need to use those clusters to develop those 3 topic sentences. So the 3 things that you're going to talk about. Remember, a topic sentence is like a mini thesis, but just for that paragraph. So, for example, for the paragraph about their physical characteristics, you want to have basically for your topic sentence, it's going to be your main overall physical impression of that character. And then spend some time within the paragraph talking about the more detailed parts of their physical description. So in the next lesson, that will be Wednesday, you'll develop each topic sentence into a body paragraph by adding more detail. Keep your brainstorming paper and this assignment in your folder or binder so you'll be ready to complete your essay. Okay, just like I told you last time, don't turn in any of your work yet for this particular character description because you're going to need it to keep writing. Now, this is the change, okay? This is for Wednesday. You will not have a grammar video on Wednesday. Woohoo, okay? So I'm going to explain it now, and then you will use this, excuse me, you'll use this when you write on Wednesday. If you want to go back and look at this, or if you want to pause right now and watch this on Wednesday, is fine. But if you do pause it right now to watch this on Wednesday, make sure that you fast forward and look at the homework slides so you know what you're supposed to do. Again, this is different from the homework sheet. Okay, so using the topic sentence you wrote for lesson 21, that just means what we did today. So using the topic sentences you wrote today, on Wednesday, follow the steps below to complete the expository essay. Number 1, develop each topic sentence into a body paragraph, keeping your thesis in mind, so the main overall idea of the character. Refer to the brainstorming notes and idea clusters to write body sentences that add more detail and create a vivid picture in the reader's mind. Number 2, create an introductory paragraph and a concluding paragraph. So an introduction to your character. Your introductory paragraph needs to be interesting. So remember that the introductory sentence should grab the reader's interest and that the last words of your conclusion will leave a lasting impression. So you're going to introduce your character with your introductory paragraph. I need that to be 5 to 6 sentences long. And then you're going to wrap everything up, kind of restate everything that you've said. And so it's your last impression that you want to leave your reader with in your conclusion paragraph. Again, 5 to 6 sentences. Your body paragraphs, they need to be 6 to 8 sentences. Okay, so write that down. 5 to 6 sentences for your introductory and concluding paragraphs, 5 to 6 sentences each, and then 6 to 8 sentences each for your body paragraphs. Number 3, add transitions between body paragraphs to make your ideas easier for the readers to follow. So that would be like the last sentence of your paragraph and then the first sentence of your next paragraph. Add some sort of transition like also, next, second. Pay special attention to the transition into the concluding paragraph, so make sure that the reader understands that you're about to finish. And finally, put all the parts together to form a complete essay. As you are working, make any necessary corrections to your previous work. You might add things, take things out, or make any other change that results in a clearer, fuller descriptive essay. So sit down, make your body paragraphs, then make your introductory and concluding paragraphs, then write it out all together. Okay? This is only going to be your first draft. You will write it again. Okay, I know that last time We have some people who are confused about writing things multiple times. You will write this again. This is just your first paragraph for your first draft, okay? So follow the directions, follow the steps in order, and then you will write it again. But this is going to be Wednesday, so you're not doing this today. Today is just your thesis of topic sentences. Okay, so here's your homework that you are doing, just so there's no confusion. Today, Monday, write your thesis statement in your 3 topic sentences using the brainstorm clusters that you did on Friday. That is today. Wednesday, write your descriptive essay. You must have at least 5 paragraphs, the introduction, the 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Remember, the introduction needs to be 5 to 6 sentences, and the conclusion needs to be 5 to 6 sentences, and your body paragraphs 6 to 8. This is due on Friday, so you started on Wednesday. You need to send me a picture of it by Friday the 5th. Okay? All right, that is it for today. Again, no video lesson on Wednesday, but if you need to, go back and watch this part of the lesson so that you remember exactly what you need to do. Have a great day, guys. Love you very much. Bye.